From the Swing It and Ding It, an iHeartMedia podcast. Man, I mean, this is a birdie fest.
It's a Philly show, baby.
Let's
go.
That's right. Welcome in to Swing It and Ding It. Moose, Mays, and Matthews. Last time we saw each other was in person out at the NEPA Invitational. But as you can see, I am wearing the 2025 Long Drive belt for the Fox Sports The Gambler Swing It and Ding It Open, benefiting the Magical Mula Foundation. We're going to talk about some of the great stuff we have going on for the tournament. This was the Long Drive gets this and a Robini bespoke custom suit. So always a great prize.
What do you got to win to get that hat?
Yeah.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. We're gonna have to get some of these for the outing. Definitely gonna have to.
I'm seriously liking this look with you, Moose. The first time you had this on was a couple of months ago. I guess we had Trevor Bensel on, and I'll never forget the look on his face and my face when I first saw it. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Where do you get that?
It's a look. Noggin balls.
It really is.
And then with the headphones turned around the chin.
It's the only way you can
with
do
the
it.
belt on there, that was all time. So if you guys are listening audio only, head to the YouTube and check out the actual visual of this. Yeah.
Yeah. But great stuff, guys. Great time in Scranton. That was tremendous. I mean, God, I love it. It's one of the rounds I look forward to every single year. We always seem to get the best weather for our round. Headphones came off, but
rain came later though, right? A little
you
bit.
actually got good weather for the whole tournament, which is awesome, Danielle.
Oh yeah. Well, fortunately, we hit. It was one of actually the best years, knock on wood, so far, weather-wise, which is really great because you know that we have deserved finally like a good weather week. But all in all, just an awesome tournament. Over 800,000 donated, so we're really excited to hit that million mark next year. I mean, the course was perfect. You guys played it. Great condition. Shout out to Aaron.
God,
the field, like what an awesome field. Just such kind, nice guys. Easy to root for any of them. We're going to have to get a few of them on the podcast. It was tough to get them for tonight, and I was traveling. So I already have texts out to a few of them. We'll get them on in the upcoming weeks. But I've said it a few times. One of the coolest parts of our tournament, obviously, other than supporting the community and giving back so much money there, is the pro purse and what it can do for the game. So Ethan Whitney, recent Temple grad, starting his pro career, $45,000 check for winning that team portion of the event. His partner Alex made a 20-foot birdie on the first playoff hole to keep them in it. So it kind of shows right there too how important the M's are and how much they mean when it comes down to this. But just really cool to see him get a check like that. I think that some of the guys decided to maybe split the purse. So Patty Newcomb, who we had on as a guest while we were up there, was one of those guys. And I think he's taking roughly 25,000 plus home, or maybe it was 12,000, 25, something like that. I got to get those numbers straight because they decided to split it on their own afterwards. But he came up to me afterwards. He's like, it's getting me out of debt, allowing me to go on to all these next stops. He was sharing his upcoming schedule with us. So just really cool, players coming up to us afterwards that didn't really know what to expect going in, but then just saying how, far exceeded their expectations. And Brandon said, and Moose, you said, it's hard to get people up there, but once you get up there, you want to come back every time.
Oh, yeah.
What hole do they play in the playoff? They go back and play 18 again?
We played 10. So the rules officials just had that set. I think you were going to play 10 3 times. And then obviously if it continued, I think you would move to a different hole after that. But it was tough watching because I was like, okay, 4-way playoff. Jared Wolf was also in that playoff. But watching them, hit all those shots. And then one guy stuck it to like 6 feet and another guy stuck it to like a foot, and then the next guy stuck it to 1.5 feet. And I'm like, this is wild.
Wow.
And the team that ended up winning, they had a 20-foot putt to make it. So it was just, which Alex drained. So just pretty cool, all in all, awesome weekend, and just a lot of money raised for the community, but then also just helping those golfers pursue the grind and hustle. And Brandon was talking a bunch about it. You guys know I talk about it all the time. So I just love that portion of the tournament.
Yeah. Tremendous. Tremendous. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad they were sticking it close because I don't know if I'd want to have to putt that 6-footer on those greens.
On any of the
Especially
greens, it
10.
doesn't matter what playoff hole it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
But especially 10 is such a crazy hole. I mean, it's like that downhill. I'd
Oh my
love to
God,
see
yeah.
how far those, like, what did those guys, do you remember what they hit off the tee? Were they hitting something other than driver, or how do they play that hole?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the pros and the AMs were playing from
Different tees, yeah.
yeah, and different strategies too. But actually, I think they might have all played from that back tee because it's right there, kind of right off that
Mhm.
where we were
Or
previous
at the
years, like right
patio,
off
yeah.
the patio area. But I'm pretty sure most people, because it is, I don't know how long it is off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure everybody did hit driver. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
if B was in that playoff, he'd probably maybe hit an iron, but everybody else, I think, hit driver.
Nice little wedge.
Actually, Aaron said one thing to me before. He's like, he's like, Brandon's a dog. He knows his course so well because I think Brandon generally hits it right because then it's an easier into the green on 10. And he's like, he usually hits it like in like 18 fairway and then brings it back over. But he's like, he's the dog. But yeah, most people just, I think, hit driver and then had some type of wedge in.
Wow,
I'm still
that'd be
trying
cool
to
see.
process Moose's drive on 13 from when we were playing. He put it to well inside 100 yards. What'd you have, about 70 yards, 60 yards in?
Yeah, like 68, I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
That was a bomb.
It was that jalapeno cheddar dog.
That's right.
You know,
That's
I mean, I
right.
was still chewing when I hit that thing.
Yeah,
But not only was it
now,
deep, it was dead
Straight.
center of the fairway.
oh yeah, ripped
Yeah.
right down the middle.
Well, the funny part is,
Well, the jalapeno dog or the transfusion.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. The crazy part is, so I kind of like switched bags, so I didn't have like a lot of balls in my bag. I had I bought one sleeve of Pro V1s, or Danielle actually bought me one sleeve of Pro V1s, and I used one, and one of them got scuffed, and then I had always used Bridgestone balls, not always, like about like 2 years ago, if you remember how
Yeah.
and then for whatever reason, I don't know, I just kind of like went away from them, and that drive was my first hit with the Bridgestone ball. So now,
So
You're
right
back.
after the round,
You're back.
yeah,
Yeah.
after the round, he sends me a text of a little receipt of buy my balls of all the Bridgestone premiums that he
there he
just
goes.
ordered.
He's back to being Bryson.
Yeah,
I'm like, and I felt really comfortable. I had a really good back nine, and I was, hitting the ball straight. But it's funny how like this, it all takes
I was
one little
just gonna
thing
say,
for
how
us.
silly is
Oh, yeah.
golf, right? He's like,
Yeah.
it's not me. It was, the jalapeno cheddar dog and the Bridgestone balls. Harry, same thing. He's like, nope, it's these shafts in my new clubs. It's and you find something that works, and you just like totally into it.
But Danielle, somebody confused me for a tour player, so I was good. I won that day. I'm like,
I knew I
I'm
had to
happy.
tell you that because they were like,
Yeah.
wait, so like who's in your group? Who's playing that practice round with you? I was like, what tour? I was like, he's on the big tour. He's the main attraction.
I'm on the special tour.
Well, you always look good. You have the fit dialed and just,
A lot of fun.
so much fun. But yeah, like you guys said, like Moose, you said last week, you're like, that course brings you back. I make sure my calendar's clear just to come back up there. You guys got up, what, 4 a.m. after Bird's opener?
4:30. Yeah.
Yeah. And went to bed. Harry, you had what?
I
Went
had
to bed at like 1:30.
Well, Moose and I similar. I had about 3
Yeah.
hours of sleep. That's
That was
about
it.
it. So yeah.
Yeah, and
Couldn't
still
fall
made
asleep
that
too
drive
after
up,
the game.
Yeah.
Because I had
but it's
played.
awesome.
I had played that day at Legacy Club too. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but awesome. You guys make the trip up every year. I've been a part of it since the get. Just really cool to have you guys along with that journey.
no doubt. No
And
doubt.
playing
Well,
with Teddy too. We got
oh yeah.
You did.
the back nine in with
I think
Teddy.
you got a little nervous jumping on the podcast.
He's the best.
Teddy, he
He's
is the
the
best. Did you guys get a chance to meet Karen Sheehan? She also was up there watching Patrick. I don't know.
No, we saw Patrick. We
Yeah.
talked to him for a little while. He grabbed me when I was walking out. He's like, Moose.
Yeah.
I was like,
What a
"What's
nice
up?"
guy too.
Like,
Yeah.
he's giant.
Yeah, he's like
he's
a
a big
power
boy.
forward on a basketball team.
Yeah.
You look at a guy like that on a golf course.
Literally, I feel bad for him because I remember when Brandon first started getting attention, there was every single article described him as like a linebacker or power forward or whatever. And I was like, this kid's gonna get all the same like analogies and everything else. But
Yeah.
I got 5 seconds to talk to him. His mom came up as I was like trying to jet out of there on Sunday. It was just crazy. There's how many people and you're trying to say hi to everybody and like run a tournament too. So it's wild. But yeah,
Yeah,
all in
yeah.
all,
It was
really
awesome to
great and
see
good to
him.
be with you guys.
I'm glad he came up and said hi too as we were leaving. That was really cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, great stuff. While we talk about playoffs, we talk about long putts.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
And none other than Rory McIlroy. However, you and I were kind of watching this
Oh,
texting
yeah.
at the same time. It's funny. Think about it, right? Last year, he misses a putt on the 72nd hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing in a major, right? He's not, and then here he is this year, where all the good fortune is coming his way. But that 28-foot eagle putt
Yeah.
descended to a playoff was just, I mean, you couldn't have written a script in Ireland, the Irish Open, Rory coming off of a Masters win. I mean, just absolutely electric to watch that.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was dialed in on this, Sunday morning because I didn't play on Sunday. So, it's on early. That's what I like about watching, some like when the Open Championship and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
it's on. You can pop it on. You're still laying in bed. And I'm like, oh, man, Rory's like 3 shots back. And here we go. And I watched the entire thing. And he makes that putt, but that course finishes with par 5, par 4, par 5. The previous par 5 on 16, he only made par. And you're thinking, man, now he's, you're kind of thinking Rory McIlroy is going to surely make a birdie at least on that, and then probably birdie the last, and he'll be fine. Well, he makes par on 16, so he needed the eagle on 18, and sure enough, he does it. I mean, he's like driver 8-iron or something in there on that par 5, and then makes the putt. The place goes absolutely nuts. And you knew this Lagergren guy, Joakim Lagergren from Sweden, who's won a couple of tournaments, but nothing big. Like, he's won on like the Challenge Tour, which is like their Corn Ferry version over in Europe. And I think he might have won one regular event on the European Tour, but it's nothing near like the Irish Open. And here he is going up against, the home country hero. I know he's Northern Ireland versus Ireland, but still, all the Irish claim him. Okay. Yeah. And here he's going up against this guy. I felt so bad for
But
that
meanwhile,
dude.
He didn't hit a bad shot.
No, he didn't.
Even the shot that went in the water was a good shot with a bad bounce. Like his drive was in the exact same spot every time.
Oh.
Like he played that playoff so well. I felt bad for him because he got a bad break, but he played it better than Rory did.
He really did. Yeah, he was in the fairway there on that third time, and Rory's in the rough, and the rough is, was pretty deep, and, Rory can get it there with like a 6-iron or whatever the heck he hit, but you knew he'd have a chance to hit the green. Once that ball rolls into the water, all Rory has to do is put it on the green, and it's basically over because he needed to chip in Lagergren just to force another playoff. And, he did his best, but it didn't happen. And, man, it was pretty cool. I'll tell you, Rory is going to be ready. He's going to be ready for the Ryder Cup.
For the Ryder Cup. But I need to know, were you rooting for Rory?
Oh, yeah, I was. Okay, yeah, absolutely was. Yeah.
We're coming around. Okay.
No, I don't know, coming around. I mean, those broadcasters over there are actually fair about Rory McIlroy. They don't slobber over him like the Americans do. You can actually watch it and enjoy it.
Oh, wait. So let's bring that up, though, because have you guys seen, like, the T-shirt that they say, like, it's Rory's silhouette? And then asked about it. He goes, well, I think it kind of looks more like Adam Scott. But I looked at it. I'm like, guys, it's a silhouette of a golfer. I mean, did you think it looked like Rory's?
Well, it's similar.
When they say it, that's all you see. Right. Like, they tell me it looks like Rory, I see Rory. But I mean, they got to pull that off the shelves.
Well, it's like the NBA logo is Jerry West, they say, from back in the day. And, I watched Jerry West, and I'm like, yeah, that's Jerry West.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and the other incredible golf this weekend was getting to see the Walker Cup.
Oh,
I mean, on that golf course at Cypress, the U.S. team wins 17-9. They get 8.5 out of the 10 points on Sunday singles, which I watched most of it on Sunday. And after just being in Monterey and seeing that marine layer come in and seeing the fog come in, and you don't know if they're going to keep playing, but you can kind of see it. But what an incredible thing to be able to watch and be able to see that golf course with the technology, with the drones and with the camera coverage. Oh my God. It was like,
it was unbelievable.
I was geeking out watching it.
So was I.
And just seeing that talent too, being a part of that. Like you just think of the guys on the Ryder Cup and guys like on top of the PGA Tour list right now. Most of them have all been Walker Cup.
That's all I'm thinking of is like thinking about what this guy's going to look like in 10 years.
5 years,
right?
10 years. Yeah.
See, I wasn't even focused on the players. I was just looking at
The
the damn
course.
golf course.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
once
Except
Harry's like,
they make
church
that walk
pews
from the
in
14th green out that path to those 2 par threes right on the
crazy.
water, back-to-back par
par
threes.
threes, right?
Unbelievable. And then you got the 17th, which is not a very long hole, kind of a dogleg right with the cypress grove right in the middle of the fairway. And those guys they were driving the green. They were trying to drive the green. It was really cool, man.
It was so cool.
Jackson Koiven and Stu Hagestad, I think, really powered the team.
What about Stu, man? How old is he? Like 35?
He's in his mid-30s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from California.
So what's his deal? He just has always just remained.
He's a mid-am, and he just wants to stay an amateur.
He wins a lot of those things, and it was so crazy seeing that.
Yep.
He's playing against some of the kids on Great Britain and Ireland, like kids, you know.
Yeah. Ian Poulter's kid out there for the GB and I team. But like, I know this is the way the Ryder Cup used to be. It used to be GB and I, Great Britain and Ireland.
Right.
How long before they make the Walker Cup like Europe?
I'm shocked.
I'm
shocked.
Me too. Me too.
Shocked it hasn't.
There has to be so many like Spanish, Spaniard players and Swedish.
Yeah, why wouldn't they
players
align
and
it the
forth.
same at this point, right?
I don't
like
know. It's crazy. But
yeah,
the U.S. team just dominated. It was wild, but breathtaking architecture. It's just incredible. Really was.
So cool to watch.
Yeah.
Did you guys get to check out the St. Lawrence golf tournament? It's absolutely insane. One of the tee boxes is right next to Frat Row. So literally everybody comes out. I mean, it almost looks worse than Waste Management. I swear one of the players is being touched. At one point, it looks like it's like at a Muni somehow.
Where is it? Where is?
I don't even know the St. Lawrence golf. I don't even know where it's located. Does anybody know where St. Lawrence?
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah. So I got to figure out where SLU is, but they said like it's one of the greatest events.
Not Finland. It's in America, right?
Yeah, it's got to be. But here's like a shot of the tee box with the kid standing on it. And then like when he hits it, everyone's just screaming, yelling at him. I mean, like there's just people all around you. Like it's absolutely insane.
Maybe it's Canton, New York, maybe?
St. Lawrence
Located
University.
on Canton, New York, and
St.
adjoining campuses. Yeah, I think it's in New York.
Yeah, St. Lawrence University. Oh, okay.
Interesting. No, I didn't see that. I gotta check that out. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it on Zyre Golf, so I'll shoot it over to you guys on the Swinging and Ding It DMs here. But pretty
Is this
funny.
T? Are we mid T?
No, I mean, it could be considered
just-
if you want, but it's just I was like, I got to show them this because
That's wild.
It was just insane. It was a tournament that happened over the weekend, and just seeing like I was like, this is nuts. Like this is cool. But
that is really cool.
yeah, you guys want to get into some tea? We can roll right into it.
Yeah, roll.
Well, this we should have brought up last week, I guess, but it's had a couple other things going on. But let's talk about Brooks Koepka. He missed the cut at the Irish Open, shot 80 the second round at the K Club. He missed 4 out of 5 cuts in every tournament outside of live events this year. So just wanted to, take you guys temp on Brooksy right now.
Well, I mean, his quote too. I mean, he's all over the place. He's like, I don't know if it's live. I don't know if it's me. Right? He's, I don't know. I think he doesn't show a lot of emotion or act like he cares a lot, but he cares about the Ryder Cup.
He cares so much.
And I think
and especially with Bryson on it, he's probably like,
I think he's really pissed.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably like blaming himself a little bit for his decisions.
I'm sure
well,
he is.
His whole narrative throughout the entire time, I feel like, has been questioning if he did the right thing.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't care about, Bay Hill. How's he going to care about live Chicago? You know what I mean? Like,
you can't tell me.
He doesn't care.
And he doesn't seem to strike me as the kind of guy who loves like the atmosphere of live, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't think he loves music playing and like,
he went to live to help his brother out and get a paycheck, and now he's like, really, like, I just want to go and compete against everybody else. And I think for sure that the Ryder Cup is a little bit of a splinter in his shoe right now, being like, Brooks is out there.
Not be.
Yeah.
But I think it's a miss. I think they somehow should have figured out how to have Bryson play in the Pro Tour this weekend. I know it's hard to navigate that and legally and everything, but you'd just like
give
to
him an
have seen
exemption.
it happen.
Like find a way to have some sort of sponsor exemption.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you
He's
what.
going to be out there with.
Why
with
is
the
Xander
team.
not playing? Do we know why Xander?
Because his wife had a baby. See, now we
Xander?
know.
Oh, I
now
know
we
Sepp
know.
Straka, same thing.
Yeah,
He's
now
not
we know
playing.
why his whole season has been in the toilet. He started out hurt, and then his wife was pregnant, and now they had a baby. So he's been distracted the entire year.
You don't think she's
Yeah.
like asking him for stuff and all, do you?
I don't know. I don't know.
But there is, the flip side of that. A lot of people do say once you have a baby that it does flip everybody's career around, and they, it's not the case every time, but we
No.
have seen
Yeah.
some
All right.
some
We'll see.
positives out of it. I mean, Ricky just had his second baby, and I don't know what's happening, but yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, let's get into a couple more things here. So Corn Ferry Tour, they're heading into their playoffs, right? So we were talking to Patty Newcomb. He is on the PGA Americas, but he is sitting at 26 right now, and he has to get into 25 to get in the get his card to get into Corn Ferry. But
Wow.
Corn Ferry right now, this week, the stage is set. This upcoming week is a Simons Bank Open, which is top 156. And then next week is the Northwide Championship, which is top 144. And then it goes down to the top 120 and then top 75. So pretty excited to see some of the names there. Bryson Nimmer has been a friend of ours. We got to get him on. Really great kid. His wife's pregnant though, Harry. So I don't know. Maybe he just, throws up in playoffs.
Might as well just forget about it. It's over.
It's done. No, but that's a couple guys there that we'll have to bring that back. I remember we did the segment Next on the Tee. I'd like to kind of pull some of these guys up and look at some names to watch for on the upcoming PGA Tour season.
So Pat Newcomb from Murray State is one spot out right now. Is that right?
On PGA of Americas, not on
Americas.
Corn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Which the Americas is the PGA Tour Latino America and Canada combined. Right. They married and yeah. Okay. But some of the featured groups for tomorrow's first round is Johnny Kiefer, Neil Shipley, Christo Lampert, and then Davis Shatfield and Blades Brown, who we've talked about a bunch on the podcast. So a couple names to watch there. I'll be keeping tabs on that and let us know if we have any up and rising stars coming from Corn.
Johnny Kiefer. He's a stud. He's a stick. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Did you guys hear about Tyrell Hatton and John Rahm, the bender that they went on celebrating the Ryder Cup phone call?
I did.
Bruce, are you shaking your head no?
I did not see this.
I mean, just with all the golf news, all the tea that I spill consuming this. I mean, I could have watched this 5 times. We have to put it up. It's a full 4 to 5 minutes of Tyrell Hatton explaining his celebrations, like after he found out he was on the Ryder Cup, including throwing up.
I got sick listening to what they drank, to be honest with you. I mean, the mixture of stuff like Di Serrano, like
concoctions,
awful stuff.
It was like high school or college.
And Rahm suggested that apparently. Tyrrell said that Rahm wanted to drink these.
I mean, that's a nice digestif. You have that after a big meal and
they
little
were
snifter.
Yeah, no, they so that's pretty funny. So if you guys have an extra, 4 or 5 minutes that you want to spare, you got to pull up that interview and listen to it because he's talking about like how they celebrate it. So the polar opposite that we got from Cantlay. So
yeah. Well, he started off with 6 wines at dinner, he said. Tyrell Hatton had 6 glasses of wine to start.
It sounded like my birthday this past year, and I couldn't get out of bed.
I'm telling you, if they win the Ryder Cup, you might have to do a bed check on him. He may not make it.
Oh, he's going to be done.
Seriously.
But talking about Patrick Cantlay, this resurfaced. I think it was from, it's from Patrick Cantlay when he was asked about why Europe keeps winning the Ryder Cup before the event in 2021. And he starts talking about
gin, right?
Gin and the cards in the hands and everything else. He's like, so I've read a few gin books. I mean, talk about such a nerd, but like literally, this is what I thought golfers were when I started watching it. And I was like, oh God. But it's funny because my niece, I brought her out to kind of watch the practice round. I think I brought her out from Friday, or maybe I brought her out Saturday for a little bit. And she's like, oh my God, they're all wearing vests. Like, what dorks? I was like, oh no, vests are cool. She's like, Aunt Danielle, vests are not cool. She's like, they are not cool. Like, these guys are dorks. And I was like, oh God, okay. She doesn't know. Or maybe, my opinion's just skewed. But yeah, the Can't Lay gin thing I thought was pretty funny. One other thing we can talk about real quick is I just thought the story was gold. I need to send this and put it up on our Instagram as well. But this Cyprus caddy secretly lived he was homeless, and he would pitch a makeshift shelter between the 15th and 16th holes at Cypress Point, and he secretly lived out there for 8 months.
Yeah.
The guy's name is Ray Sturbick, but pretty crazy story. He grew up in Washington. He was the third of 8 kids and a family of lawyers, everything else. But he ended up he followed a local pro to the PGA Tour, was living out of his car and sleeping in guest rooms, et cetera, but literally lived out there in Cyprus. So
Yeah.
Did you see the Cyprus rules that were posted? As
a
guest?
Yep, that was my wrap-up one. Yeah, so because you are a guest of a member, we want you to enjoy a memorable golfing experience to ensure a measure of enjoyment. We suggest the following, and there is a laundry list. I mean, this thing looks like a menu that you could order a 6-course meal off of. Use of cell phones, PDAs, or any other electronic devices is not permitted anywhere on club property other than in your vehicle. Cameras are permitted for private use. Rangefinders, including Garmin's, are not permitted on the golf course. An unaccompanied guest is limited to 18 holes in any one day. The use of the driving range or the clubhouse facilities is for members only. No warming up for you peasants. Please use the locker room to change your shoes. Appropriate attire for men: long trousers with long or short-sleeved collared sport shirts. For ladies, slacks and appropriate tops with sleeves. Skirts, shorts, denim jeans, warm-up suits, yoga pants, or tights are not appropriate on club property. Please yield to member play if requested. Please arrive at the club between 7 a.m. and 7:15 a.m. to complete your round in 4 hours or less. Caddies customarily receive at least $175 per bag, including tip, paid directly to the caddy. Only players with a single-digit handicap may play from the blue tees. Please respect all of our Cypress Point staff. They are the best.
Any problem with any of those rules there?
Nothing at all. No, sounds perfect to me.
If they want to have us out, I would abide by all of those.
Exactly right.
I'll put that out there right now. Cypress, we're good. Have us out.
We're good.
I was reviewing that with Brandon. I was just kind of like going over, and he said Calusa Pines has like a really good one. It's like guests of guests are not permitted.
Guest of guests.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty good too.
Yeah, that's like Pine Valley of Naples.
Some of the please arrive at the club between 7 and 7:15. Like, if you're a guest, I'm
there at 5 o'clock.
Yep, seriously.
The night
waiting
before.
In the parking. Yeah. Harry's camping out
Yeah.
waiting. But yeah, we could keep talking about a bunch of golf stuff. But I know we have to get in the Ryder Cup and everything else. So that's a little bit of what's trending in golf, which is sponsored by Wear SPF. Looking for sun protection that actually works and feels great. Wear SPF by PGA Pro Justin Thomas has you covered on and off the course. Dermatologist tested and sweat resistant. It's broad spectrum SPF that won't mess up your swing or your skin. From the first tee to everyday life, protect yourself like the pros. Shop now at wearspf.com. That's wearspf.com, and stay sun safe all year long.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. I want to talk a little bit about the outing. We'll still do a full breakdown, but our staples are back, right? Xfinity Mobile, Lev Lane Advertising, who's in, year out. Tito's Vodka will be there with the bar, Galati Construction, but some fun ones too. We some new activities. Obviously, the Kibitz Room will be back for lunch, but Tonewood Brewing, which I swear these might be the only 2 beers you need. They have Fuego, which is an IPA, and Freshies, which is like a pale ale. And our club
Fuego, is it spicy?
No, it's just called Fuego. It's just a regular IPA, hazy. These 2 beers are tremendous, and they're going to be the official beer of the event. They're going to have a setup out there, a lot of offers throughout the day for everything else. So it's going to be an absolute blast. We'll get into some of the other stuff we're going to have going on for this, but
I already booked my flight.
Tonewood over here in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome place.
Beautiful.
I talked to Russ too. He's like, I can't wait. I'm like, Russ, I don't know. We might have to send you to the Gin, the guy.
Yip Strickler.
Yip Strickler, yeah. I mean, Russ must have like 4 suits in his closet by now, right? And like 10 memberships, and
Yeah,
pizza maker and a dryer. I mean, he's got it all.
he's done well. He's done very well at our event. That's for sure. He has no complaints
See, he circled that one on the
He's a
calendar
ringer.
each year. He adjusted his wedding around that. He's like, honey, babe, we can't get married that week. I'm sorry.
And another great thing is too, our friends down at Hammock Beach, which I got to experience and went down there. They provided us with some prizing this year as well. So, yeah, there's going to be some awesome prizing and some
Two great
new
golf courses there, right? Moose,
yes,
too?
the Ocean and the Conservatory, and
Gotta
then
get over there.
our friends at Rita's. We might have some Rita's out there because the fall concretes are back at Rita's. Fan favorite pumpkin pie returns. I've had it. It's awesome. Alongside their new apple butter flavor. Try them today, Rita's. Yeah, so really looking forward to it.
Could use some Ritas. We need Ritas down here in South Florida.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you do.
Franchising opportunities available, I believe.
That's right. Yeah. But we got some golf.
You need something else to do, Danielle.
Yeah, exactly. We got 2 tournaments this
That's
weekend,
2
right?
hours
We
away.
have Team USA playing in Napa, and we have Team Europe playing in outside of London.
Yeah, Wentworth Club. Yeah, that's a big tournament on the European tour. They're in their big run right now where they have like these 9 big tournaments. This is the 4th of the 9, I believe. But yeah, the Procore Championship returns to Napa Silverado Resort, the North Course, which is a Robert Trent Jones design back in '66. Johnny Miller made a lot of alterations to this. He actually, I believe, still owns the place. In 2011, he did some touch-ups to it. Par 72, not super long, only 71.38, 4 par 5s, but there are 3 on the closing 9, which is a little different. Number 12, 15, and 18. 4 par 3s and 2 short par 4s on the closing stretch too. So a lot of scoring opportunities on the closing 9 with 2 short 4s and 3 par 5s. The scores typically around 20 under par minimum to win this. And with 10 of the 12 Ryder Cup team players in the field, that might push that score even lower. So the greens are Poana and bent grass. They're not too big. They're only 5,400 square feet, which is pretty small for PGA Tour standards. The approaches are Poa and rye grass. Fairways are Bermuda, Poa, and rye. So a lot of mixtures of grasses out there in Northern California. And the rough is bluegrass and rye, and it's only 2.5 inches. So the rough is not going to be, particularly penal this week. 53 sand bunkers, and water is in play on only 2 of the holes, both par 3s, number 11 and 17. And the routing, if you've ever been out there and played it, the way these guys play it is totally different. They go 1 through 5, then they shift to 13, they come back to 7, then go to 12, 6, 14 through 17, 8 through 11, and then finish on 18. So it's a real jumbled routing. But Patton Gazire will be defending, and Max Homa has 2 of his wins out at this spot. He's in the field. He needs a good week. Maybe return to a place where he really loves will be the ticket. But he won back in 21 and 22.
Yeah, he sits at 111. He's got to get into 100. And that was the course, of course, presented by Buy My Balls. Tee off with top-tier golf balls without the top-tier price. BuyMyBalls.com. Top quality recycled premium brands for a fraction of the price. Go to BuyMyBalls.com. That's balls with a Z. Yes, there's a lot of implications, right? You got 7 fall events to set the top 100 and be full exempt for 2026. And, even guys like Tom Kim, I think, is in the 90s. He has to keep his spot. So a lot of implications.
Yep. And Mav McNeely in the field this week. Wouldn't it be wild if he stepped up and won this thing, being snubbed from the Ryder Cup, and here he's got 10 of the 12 of the team guys on
and
there.
from that area too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Northern California guy. So
yeah.
He had a nice post though. I liked his, modest IG post that he put up there. He said, burned, but we got work to do. It was decent.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see the line a little bit with our friends from Bet Parks. So we have 2 tournaments here. Who you said some of the guys that have had some success here. This is a strange one, right? Because the top of the field guys, you feel like are there to work on their Ryder Cup, right?
Yeah.
Like, are they there to try to win this event? I don't necessarily know. This is a tough one to me. I think you got to kind of go with a guy like Maverick, like with somebody that's got something to prove. How are you seeing this?
Well, there's one guy from the Ryder Cup team that I took because I just think the golf course suits him, and that's Spawn at plus 190 in the top 10. I think it's his type of golf course. McNeely's got the most motivation, though, plus 2,500 to win for Matt McNeely. Max Homa, I took him in a matchup over Davis Thompson. He's plus money in the matchup at plus 110. And then I took Nico, our boy Nico, at plus
Yeah. I
260
like
in
Nico.
a top 20. So,
I actually like Akshay this week at 3,500. He sits right after the Ryder Cup guys. He's sitting right there, and I kind of like his number this week. Yeah, I do like that. I do like that Nico play. That's an interesting one. He's down there a little bit, some good
Yeah,
value.
great year too.
yeah.
Yeah, and then how about on the other side of the old pond, as they say, Harry? Same thing, straight Ryder Cup, top of the leaderboard.
Yeah. Rory and Rahm are the co-favorites, I believe. Last I looked, Tyrrell Hatton, I kind of like. I think he needs a good week. Plus 175 in a top 10. Patrick Reed,
How about that? Yeah.
I like in a top 20. Harry Hall, who some may think that he kind of got snubbed. I'm not so sure. He was a little bit further down the list, but expect him to play well. He's got something to prove, as does Matt Wallace, who was very close to being considered. He's minus 120 in a matchup over Adam Scott, who's not playing great golf right now.
Yeah, and Brooks is playing in that event.
Yeah, he is.
Michael Kim.
I like Michael for world ranking points, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you only have certain opportunities.
Right.
I feel like Thomas Dietrich always kind of shines when he's playing against top competition too. So, yeah, but same thing, right? It's a warm up week for both sides.
Yeah.
To work on some things and we'll see how the pairings come out too. Interesting to see how many of these guys are matched up with each other. I saw some of them come out today. I got to check it out.
Well, yeah, pay close attention to that, because that might be a harbinger of what they're thinking about for the actual Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
pairing these guys together. You mentioned Sepp Straka is the only guy from the European team that's not playing.
Yep.
And he have similar situation to Xander? Okay, well, that explains his season too. He was really hot in the beginning of the year and then fizzled out. Isn't it amazing, Moose?
How about it? Yeah, got to take care of the ladies. So, Harry, this is it, man. Legacy Club member guest
this weekend
starts tomorrow with a late practice round.
Yeah,
little par 3 competition, and start out on Friday morning. Me and Greeny, we got it. We have to do something this year. We have.
How do you feel? Are you ready?
Well, now that I got the Bridgestones, I'm unstoppable.
He dialed. He's just ready.
I mean, it's unstoppable. But Greeny's firing right now.
Yeah. Is he?
Yes. Yeah. So I got to help my guy out. I got to help steal some points here and there for us and do my part. But how about you, Harry? You had some golf.
Yeah, we got the 1912 Cup this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, 36-hole net event. I finished T5 in it last year, and I think I'm playing way better right now than I was last year.
I mean, you were playing great at Scranton.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to keep that going, and really going to be working on some putting tomorrow and Friday, because that's really what it's going to come down to me to get in the top 10 again. That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah. I love it. So. All right, well, I'll keep you guys posted. I'll share some stuff from the tournament. Make sure you share some stuff from the 1912 Harry too, so we can post that as well. And we're back. We got a good guest next week, right, Harry?
Yeah, Jim Herman's going to join us. He was in the NEPA event, and he's tried to get him on this week, couldn't do it. But next week we're going to have him on. 4-time PGA Tour winner.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
All right, good stuff. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.
Oh, do we got to text him?